All right, welcome guys. Hope everyone is hearing me. If you are, just give me a thumbs up in the chat or something like that. All right, great. So today we are essentially going into some details about our upcoming AI masterclasses. All right, so the whole aim of the masterclass is are to essentially give the public a chance to develop their skills in AI. As we know, AI is going to play an important part in almost every profession. Um, in any day-to-day tasks that you're doing, AI is going to play a role. So we think having these master classes are an important initiative, especially because it's a summer. It would allow, especially students, to essentially use their time wisely and essentially learn some productive information. So we have some of our masterclass instructors here, which they're gonna essentially just briefly introduce themselves, walk through what to expect. So what I'll do is just briefly introduce them, give a brief summary of their course, and they'll go into a bit more detail as to what to expect in terms of how many lectures, what the assignments might look like. And then at the end, we'll more or less give you an information as to how to sign up. So let me just share my screen. So this won't be a long info session, or it shouldn't be. So I'm gonna share my screen. Get their screen. All right, guys, should be seeing the slideshow. Great. All right, so yeah, as I said, I'm just gonna basically um give a brief intro to the different master classes. Basically the topics, the course objectives, a brief bio on the actual instructor, and at the end, I'll give you instructions on essentially how you can sign up. So we're gonna do is gonna have like a Google form link for each master class, and you can essentially sign up. So how it's gonna work is that if you're a student, the masterclass is free. So if you're like a student at a registered high school or university, it's free of charge. If you're a member, official member of the JIA, and next week we're going to be sending out a form so that you can sign up to officially be a member. It would be half price. So the cost is gonna be essentially very small. And the if you're not a member and you're a working professional, then it's not half price. All right, so I'm gonna start off with our first masterclass, and I'm just gonna briefly introduce the masterclass. So how this is gonna work, I'm just gonna introduce all the masterclasses, and then each of them will get a chance to present if they have something to present. All right, so the first masterclass here is Financial Machine Learning and Quantitative Finance. I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna be excited for this one, and I hope you guys sign up because AI is playing a major role in finance, and I'm sure a lot of you guys want to essentially know how you can possibly use AI to maybe even trade the markets. And our instructor will talk more about that. So his name is Samira Brown. He's a data scientist and fintech founder with more than 4 years of experience applying AI and machine learning to financial and investment challenges. At a prominent bank, he leads credit risk modeling and analytics projects, turning raw data into actionable insight. So, encouraging you guys to sign up for this particular master class. I'm sure you guys are gonna learn a lot. I hear people ask me all the time, like, "Hey, how can AI make us money?" Well, this masterclass is all about AI and finance, so don't miss this opportunity. So the course objectives essentially highlight history of quantitative trading, talk about key players like Jim Simons of Renaissance Technologies, influence on the field, and understand real-world applications of machine learning in finance and unique challenges. Estimated start date is around June. We're going to send out more information on the exact dates soon enough. So please follow all our social media pages. So JAIA underscore 876 on Instagram, on X. Um, yeah. So that's our first masterclass. So moving on to the next one. So this next masterclass is called Prompting Framework for Code Agents for, oh, this should be non-coders. Sorry. But essentially, as we're seeing now, the trend of vibe coding is becoming more of a thing. And it's a very interesting time now because we're seeing where AI tools are getting very, very good at essentially doing coding entire projects on even on its own. But as the instructor will teach you, how you prompt it is very important. Let me just fix this title quickly. Yeah, prompting it, how you prompt it allows you to get better results. So he's gonna walk you exactly, especially if you're a beginner code, I'm encouraging you guys to sign up for this one, especially because this can possibly help you become a stronger developer because now you're able to use AI tools to make you more productive in the job. Or even to create projects. Maybe you're creating a startup, for example. So he has 18 years. So his name is Erinsky Easy. Um, he has 18 years as a full stack developer at UTech, top five in a recent Intellibus AI hackathon. I remember meeting him there. He created, I think it was called the Auto Marker. Two times founder of OMG Business Academy J and Easy Peasy Distributors. Specialize in systems development and optimization. So the main course objective here is to help persons get more successful deployments of their apps with AI code agents. So again, I'm encouraging, especially if you're a young developer coming up, you definitely want to get in on this course. All right, so moving on, and I'm sure Enrinsky will tell us more about his course later on. So our next instructor, our next course is called AI in Healthcare. All right, so this is a very interesting one. Yeah, I've talked with various people in healthcare and they've, asked, how is AI going to play a role in healthcare? So definitely if you're in the healthcare industry, you're definitely going to want to um sign up for this one because I'm telling you, AI is going to play a role in every industry, and healthcare is one of those big ones, and you don't want to get left behind. All right. Um, People talk about AI taking jobs. Well, I don't think it makes sense to focus on that. Why not use AI to become better at your job? So this course is going to teach you practical skills for clinicians and managers, essentially using AI. So his name is Temitayo Bewaji. He's an experienced healthcare executive and clinical operations specialist with a proven track record in leading digital transformation and AI integration across multiple healthcare settings. Drawing on over a decade of leadership roles, Dr. Bewaji has successfully managed cross-functional teams, optimized workflows, and driven measurable improvements in patient care, operational efficiency, and cost control. Course objectives is designed for healthcare professionals and administrators who want a clear, practical understanding of how artificial intelligence is transforming patient care, clinical operations, and healthcare delivery without the need to code or have a technical background. So, guys, if you're in the healthcare industry, I very much encourage you guys to sign up for this course, right? Please do not let time pass you by and you get left behind in this AI revolution. So if you're in the healthcare industry, I'm encouraging you guys to definitely don't miss this opportunity. Sign up and learn some skills or learn how to use AI in your healthcare profession. All right, so last but not least, our last course here is Introduction to AI, the use of AI in business and corporate. So this course now is aimed at the especially people that have not necessarily a technical background or anything like that. So it's just for a general audience wanting to just get more information on AI and how AI can be used in business or even in your corporate jobs. I know a lot of people now that are using ChatGPT, for example, in their daily jobs. Um, you want to know exactly how do you prompt properly, so that you get the results that you need. So this course will be taught by Patrick Newman. He he's a communication data analyst and digital forensic examiner in public. He's also, guys, the PRO, current PRO of the JAIA. He has a BSc in artificial, or is pursuing, sorry, a BSc in artificial intelligence, and he has an associate degree in business management. So this engaging and practical course introduces students. So it's aimed at students. So if you're a student here, encouraging you guys to sign up for this, to the world of artificial intelligence. And so even if you're not a student, it's to the introducing you guys to the world of artificial intelligence and its growing role in modern business. Aimed at beginners, the course explores how AI is used in industries like banking, retail, healthcare, and customer service. Learners will understand core concepts such as automation, data-driven decision making, and AI tools like chatbots and recommendation engines. All right, so I've basically briefly gone through the different courses and um, talked about the instructors or impressive instructors. So I'm gonna give each of them a chance just to essentially promote their course. As I said, guys, I'm excited for these AI masterclasses. I think it's gonna be revolutionary for the Jamaican space. I'm encouraging you guys to sign up. Feel free to email the JAI at admin@jaia.org.jm. I'll add it on the last slide. If you want more information or if you want registration links, or just please keep up to date with our social media. We're gonna post the links to all the different masterclass registration links. And of course, there's a limited time. And we may have like a special price if you sign up by a certain time. Anyways, let's start with Samaria. I'm seeing you online, so safe to say you're here.
Hey, Marty, thanks. Hi, everyone. Yep, so my course, my masterclass, will be designed to teach you how you can apply AI and just computer science into the quantitative field, into finance, into trading. So, like what you say, other persons want to know how they can use AI to invest or to make money. And that's pretty much exactly what I'll be teaching and just going. Ideally, I want to go from like zero to hero type of course. So from foundation, first principles of just AI into actual advanced models where you develop and create an idea to taking an idea into actual back testing it and deploying it to see real results. Yeah, so about you can say about 90% of the trading that happens on a day-to-day basis are done by algorithms and AI. And a lot of these are done by institutional investors, by big firms like Renaissance Technologies, and some of these are mentioned here, like Citadel, um, Jane Street, and so on. So the idea is to show you that you don't need to be at a big firm or hedge fund to be able to use AI and train models to invest on your behalf or to, get an edge. You can actually, once you have the knowledge, you can build these systems and deploy them on your personal funds. And this is something I've been doing for the past 4 years, right? And been profitable at it. So I'll be taking that knowledge and I'll be sharing with you. So it will be 10 courses or 10 lessons over a span of 1 hour, 10 days. And I'll be talking about just, first kicking off with like the big picture, talking about the history of quant finance and some of the legends in the space like Jim Simmons and Ray Dalio and some of those guys. And then we'll be talking about just how you set up your environment. So, setting up your Jupyter notebook, your pandas, your NumPy, all the stuff you need to work with the data and scripting and so on. So that would be like the second course. And then we'll dive into like the data and feature engineering. So how you transform all this data, the raw data into actual signals and analyzing these data and so on. And then after that, I'll talk about like the quantitative research workflow. So how you develop an end-to-end pipeline from developing the hypothesis to the data acquisition, exploratory data analysis, developing your strategy, design it and testing it to see if your strategy is statistically significant or it makes sense, and then taking that strategy into deployment with actual real world predictions and trading signals. And then we'll take it a little more advanced now where we apply like supervised learning for predictions. So training these models to predict market returns or direction. We're going more into like time series and deep learning to analyze like temporal pitfalls and adopt certain validations into the market. So predicting the time series data and so on. And then we'll talk more into some of the pitfalls of back testing and the metrics that you need to look out for and analyze when you're developing strategies. And then around week or lecture 8, we can look at a capstone case study where we build a full strategy from start to finish. So you get a hands-on experience of taking your idea and put it into production. And then in the last 2 lectures, we'll focus more on some of the trendy topics in AI. So how you can apply agentic AI with finance and developing agents to actually trade for you, whether that means analyzing news, doing market research, or whatever you can use agents to do nowadays, and turning that into an approach for investments and leveraging reinforcement learning and so on. So like I said, it will be 10 days or 10 lectures. Each will be an hour, and we will be as hands-on as possible so you get the full picture, the full idea of where you can take zero knowledge and turning that into not say a pro, but at least the level where you can take that information and you can build on top of it. And of course, I'll share all the materials as I go along. So all the notes, all the scripts that I'm using, and I upload that to a drive so you can access them and you can code along while I am going through. Yeah, so that summarizes my masterclass.
All right, sounds good. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds very exciting. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you are interested in, wealth creation and, how you can, um, you know, buy stocks and, a lot of us have some interest in that world. But now we're talking about using that with AI. Just imagine having something that can help you choose what stock to buy, and yes, I'm sure Samara is gonna walk you through that. And yeah, I mean, it's a big opportunity here, guys. The knowledge you're gonna be learning here is first rate, so and at a very cheap price. So yeah, I'm excited. You guys should be excited for this course as well. All right, thank you, Samario. And at the end, Samario is actually going to tell us about a platform he's developing called Intelio. So just gain your seats, guys, because that's an exciting platform as well. All right, I'm seeing Erinsky on the call. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about your course, Prompting Framework for Code Agents for Non-Coders?
Yeah, thank you very much, Matthew, for having me on. This course is targeted at, as it says in the title, for no code or low code people, and even maybe some intermediate developers as well who kind of want to understand how to use code agents to the serious work. I believe at this point most of the people in here would have familiarity with things like V0, Windsurf, Cursor, Replit, Bolt, Lovable, and know that you can basically know, or at least as the marketing says, just imagine an application that you want to be built and just tell the AI to do it, and it will just do it. And they're all every day. There, different examples. People on YouTube, people on TikTok talking about, oh look, I want to build this, and Gemini just did it with one shot, or ChatGPT did it with one shot, or DeepSeek or whatever. Um, but if there's anybody here that has ever actually tried to use it to do something serious, and I don't just mean playing around or trying to the boilerplate examples that you see on the internet, like Snake Game or Solar System 3JS or whatever, um, you realize that once you try to take it into the work world, or if you say, for instance, you have a client who has some specifications and want you to do something for them, all of a sudden it breaks down. It doesn't do exactly what you want it to do. You might get the application to a point, and then there's a small change right at the last bit. You just want to make one tiny change to make it ready, and then the whole thing breaks, and it basically undoes some of the changes it made before, and all of a sudden you just find yourself in a spiral of paying credits, and not really getting anywhere. So people who have had this experience are the target audience for this course. It's basically talking about how AI coding agents think, how they really develop code, giving you that kind of understanding so that you can use it with more control to rectify some issues that you might find near the end of your project. It also wants to explain why things seem to break down near the end. It's not really a trap. I know at first it might seem like the companies, they just want to hook you by telling you can get this thing developed, and then you reach almost finish, and then they just start drawing the money out of your pocket because you have to keep paying for these updates. Um, but no, there's a real reason why the agent loses its ability to perform closer to the end of your project. And understanding that will help you to structure your development life cycle in a way that allows you to get more of your applications across the finish line, gives you more control so that you can be more professional with it, and you can have the confidence to say enter a hackathon, or go into your workplace and actually do commercial projects with it for your enterprise clients, or be an entrepreneur with more confidence and know that app is not going to break when you have 100 users who are paying you already. So it's kind of just giving you the mental framework of kind of how to think when you're doing development with AI. It's a special skill. I think that even seasoned developers can learn something from this as well, um, because there are special skills to developing with AI that you don't get by just developing on your own. And so, yeah, how to debug AI code is another big one. A lot of developers fear this because AI code just seems very alien and bloated. But there is a method to the madness, and if you understand the patterns of AI code, you can kind of see straight through it. So that's kind of what the course is about, targeted mainly at new time founders and people who just becoming developers because of AI. But there are some gems in it for developers at all stages.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Serinsky. So yeah, guys, yeah, I'm excited for this course as well. AI has really transformed the way we code now. Back in the day, it would take you days to solve an issue, and you have to go through all these websites and reading websites like Stack Overflow, and but really and truly it has really transformed the productivity level in terms of coding. And you know, there's a right way to use it to get what you really want out of it. And the sky's the limit with this technology, and especially for those up and coming developers that want to make a name for themselves, or even just the startup founder that wants to build out their website, or even for a small business. you know, Now you have the opportunity, instead of having to worry about hiring a coder, where you're going to find a coder from. You have the possibility now of learning how to use AI to code your own website, or code your own game, for example. So this is a very important course, guys. If you really want to use AI to create products and build out websites even, I'd encourage you guys to check out this course. Or if you're even a developer and want to become more productive and level up, because now you're not just a developer, but a developer that has mastery of using AI to make them more productive. This is definitely is a course for you. All right, so for next course, so Dr. Bewaji is not here. So unfortunately, he won't be able to tell us more about his course. But again, guys, he prepared a presentation, so he's gonna around next week. We're gonna release a video on that. So if you're in the healthcare industry, definitely encourage you guys to sign up for this one as well. But last but not least, so this course really is for those who, you hear about this AI thing, but not really sure how to apply it to your day-to-day. So like, for example, you're at a job, you want to use AI to make yourself more productive. You want to learn how to use tools like ChatGPT and prompting. But I let see Patrick on the call, so I'll let him talk more about this and sort of what to expect. Um, yeah. Patrick, you there?
Yes, good night, Mr. Stone, and good night to everyone, and thank you. So this course is a beginner course of how businesses use AI. It's a course for students or anybody who would want to learn about AI. So it's not a case you have to have coding experience or any form of tech experience overall. It's just a course for beginners. So technical, what we would learn in this course is the basic understanding of how AI is transforming industries like banking, health, retail, and entertainment. Basic use of tools such as ChatGPT, Gemini, and Canva, the use of AI with Canva, and also how are the basic understanding of how we can create a simple but powerful AI business idea, like for example, a smart assistant chatbot or any automation tool. And also how AI, a basic understanding of how companies such as Amazon uses AI to predict what a person might buy, or how customer services businesses use AI chatbots, etc. So it's a course that will have 8 sessions completely online, 1 hour session from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So that is it from me.
All right, thank you, Patrick. So yeah, guys, this is really for those people that don't necessarily have a technical background, but really want to learn more about AI, and want to know how to use AI, for maybe their work, for example. They want to just learn more about what is this AI technology I hear a lot about. How can I use tools like the Chat GPT or the Gemini to make myself more productive, to really help me in my day-to-day work. This really is a great opportunity to learn that knowledge. As I said, guys, it don't matter what profession you're working in. Sometimes people hear AI and think, oh, it's just the technical people or the people in IT need to know about that, but that's not true. It doesn't matter what profession you are, whether it's healthcare, whether it's hospitality, whether it's customer service, AI is going to literally be a part of all of those industries. And I think this course is a really important one because it's for really for those people that want to get a proper introduction to what is AI, how can I use AI in my everyday life and for my work, and so practical use cases of how you can even use it to automate certain daily tasks. So I really encourage you guys to sign up for this one. Um, it's you're gonna learn a lot, right? All right, so that is it actually for all the masterclasses we have currently present. We may have some more masterclasses, depending on if any more instructors volunteer. So just look out for that. As I said, guys, follow us on our social media. So we're on Instagram, JIA_876, or shoot us an email at admin@jaia.org.jm. Let me just write it on a last side here. But before we go, we're gonna have Samario tell us a bit about his platform that he's developing. So this video, by the way, is gonna be posted online on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, right? And in the description, we're also gonna put the links to the registration links. So if you guys want to know like how you register, what's the cost, don't worry. We're gonna send out all of that information. So just look out for that. Before I go to Samario, anybody have any comments or any questions for any of the instructors here? Feel free to ask now. All right, no questions? No questions? No, no. Going once, going twice. All right. All right. Thank you guys for coming out.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
oh,
Good
hey.
evening.
Hi, Curly.
Hi, Matthew. Good evening. Thank you. I guess I caught on late, but hey, I'm glad to be here. Good evening, family. The prompt engineering course, is any of these presenters offer that course?
Yeah, I think you for this course, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick Newman.
Patrick?
You're gonna be doing some prompt stuff, right? Prompt engineering with Chat GPT and stuff like that, right? Patrick, you on the call?
Oh, yes, sir. Good night. Good night. Yes. So, yes, this course will definitely teach individuals how to prompt engineer, whether with ChatGPT or Gemini AI, for that matter.
Yes. So this would be a good course for that, Caroline, for sure. But we're actually gonna have workshops in the coming weeks on specifically prompt engineering. So you can look out for that as well. But this course will give you a wholesome view, generally of AI, how you can use it in your day-to-day work, and which also includes using prompt engineering to get the best out of these AI tools.
All right. So I'll await the postings for Patrick's information, etc. Okay?
Right, exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah, man. We'll be posting
Okay.
all of that.
Thank you
All right.
so much. Okay, great. Good stuff.
All right, great. All right. So over to you, Samir. Let's hear about your platform that you're developing.
Yes.
Let me stop sharing so you can share.
All right. Thanks again, Matthew. Yep. So Rentilio, gentle people, is property management platform. So think Airbnb for long-term rentals, right? So right now, how it is, if you want to find an apartment or some property to rent, a house or something in Jamaica, it's chaotic. You go on some websites, user experience is not so good. It's a lot of ads, and it's just low quality in a sense. So what we're launching here in Jamaica is the first property management software that allows tenants to pay the rent online digitally. Your landlord receives it instantly, and you can manage your leases. It's really for property managers and landlords, but there's a lot of benefits for tenants as well. So some of us we're paying rent like 100,000, 130, 150,000 or even more in rent, right? Especially in areas like Kingston. And you're transferring that amount of money directly from your bank account. But imagine if a lot of us working class adults, we have credit cards. Imagine if you could be earning cashback and all those points from using your credit card to pay your rent with those large amounts, right? So those are some of the benefits with Rentilio for tenants. But really, Rentilio is designed for landlords and property managers to easily manage all the units and their properties in one simple platform. So that's Rentilio. So think of it as Airbnb for long-term rentals. So this now helps you to pay, like I said, pay instantly with your credit or debit card, maintenance management. So we're launching also in Jamaica a maintenance hub. So it's a marketplace for maintenance workers, so plumbers, electricians, AC professionals, all those people that do handiwork and stuff. You can actually go onto the platform and search the thing Craigslist or put it into context, Uber for somebody who does maintenance work. So if you need somebody to fix your pipe, you can simply go on the platform. You can see persons who are in your area who have those expertise, and you can easily book them through the platform. Right. And then financial reporting. And another cool thing where we're offering is like virtual property showcase. So imagine you want to view a property, right? You can view the property directly on your phone without being at the apartment or at the house using VR. And so those are some of the services that Rentil will be offering. And none of this has ever been approached or applied in the Caribbean market in Jamaica specifically as well. And we are the first to launch something like this. So I just want to just take you through Rentilio, and if you manage properties or if you know somebody who manage property or maybe you're renting, you can reach out to your landlord, they can share this application with them and they might find it useful. It's a simple platform. As a landlord, you just come onto the platform, you create your account, you complete your onboarding to get payments, and payments go straight to your bank account in Jamaica, and you're able to accept payments from credit and debit. You add your property, you invite your tenants to onboard them onto your platform, and then you can start managing efficiently. And for the tenant, so these are just some of the benefits of a tenancy you can apply to a property. So you see a property that is vacant, you can apply and view apartments virtually. Rent reporting, multiple payment options, as I mentioned before. And for property manager and tenants, they can list their properties, do tenant screening, so do comprehensive background checks, credit reports, rental history, and so on. Digital application, automated approval, all those fancy stuff we were packed into Rentilio. Yeah, and it's cheap, affordable pricing. So we're like per unit base. So for now, if you have like 10 units, it's $39. If you have more than 10 units, so like 25 units and up, it's $79. And if you're like a property management company that manages a lot of units, you have the enterprise that you can sign up for to manage unlimited. And this gives you access to all the key features. So access to the maintenance hub, unit listing, tenant screening, digital lease, all of those stuff, all within the platform. So I could actually give you guys a quick demo of what the view would look like for a tenant, and then I'll just show you what it looks like for a landlord as well. Yeah, so imagine as a tenant, you have this platform where you can come on, you can see when your rent is due, if you have any maintenance requests, and you can see a lease progress when it expires, the progress of that lease, some nice view about your apartments. Sometimes when you're going to a new property, they might ask you to send like proof of income and proof of identification, all that. That would be managed directly within the platform, all those stuff. As you can see here, you can see details about your apartment. You can make payments directly from within the platform, create maintenance requests as you need, manage your lease, and sign digitally. So your landlord just need to upload the lease and you're able to sign your lease document straight within the platform. So you don't need to go outside. So we have a built-in, think of it as Panda Docs or DocuSign within the platform, which makes it easier for you to add your digital signatures, all those stuff. And yeah, so this is like the tenant view, cool dashboard. And for the landlord's view, let me just quickly show you how they will be able to manage properties. Yeah, so as a landlord, you can come on, you can see our property manager, you can see your revenue, number of properties that you have, how many vacant properties, tenants, and you can list those properties. And just a quick overview, you can come here, add your properties, apartments, for example, and invite persons to those apartment units. You can add as much units as you want and invite tenants to those units. You can view your tenants, all those cool stuff that we have within the platform to make property management much easier for users. And like I said, nothing like this has ever been approached in Jamaica. So this is the first thing, this is the first time Jamaica's experiencing a software like this. So we're trying to push it out. So if you have a property manager or landlord, if you're paying rent, asking you to share this platform because we're trying to get at least 50 to 100 users within the first stage of beta testing. So we'd appreciate if you would share this to anybody who you know would find this very useful. The link is actually, let me share the link. We have an early access link that they can sign up to, and they would get access to the early features of the platform. So I'll just share this in the chat and you can take a look and share it if you need to. But yeah, that's pretty much Rentilio. What you guys think about this? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the market, in the Jamaican market. And again, this is global, so it's not specific for Jamaica itself. Platforms like this, is in the US and Canada, but in Jamaica, locally, Caribbean, not so much. So it's just what you use to just transfer your rent to your landlord via bank transfer, for example, but not really like paying online. Yeah, I'm gonna share in the link one sec. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so I'd love to hear your thoughts, and thanks, Matthew, for allowing me to share this quick demo on Rentilio.
All right. Yeah, guys, I don't know about you, but this looks like some really exciting stuff. Um, I mean, I've had experience renting and having to do bank transfers and paying with that, especially if there's a bank transfer limit and all of that stuff. So yeah, this would be very, very convenient. Especially if you're looking into going into property management, renting homes. I've heard of all the pains that come with that, and seeing a platform like this would definitely be a lot more encouraging to go into that space. Knowing that you can manage your tenants on this, and it just streamlines everything. So definitely guys, share if you can. We're always here to support our members on their endeavors, but it definitely seems like a very innovative platform. It's something that the Jamaican market definitely needs.
And
Yeah.
ironically, Matthew, so if it's one thing about me, I pay my rent like way before the date. And it was actually Thursday, my
Mhm.
landlord reached out to me and said, "Hey, I haven't seen the rent for the last 2 months. So she hasn't seen the rent. So I send the receipts each time I pay, in order
Yeah.
for her to track it, because how the banking system is, they can't tell. If Matthew send me some money, I can't say, okay, the money. If I look at the statement, I can't know that Matthew sent the money.
Yeah.
So I have to send like a screenshot of the receipt to say, okay, transfer the payment. And so I usually send that on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
And
man.
hey, I got this, but looking at our books and we haven't seen the money. So I'm like, are you sure? So I check my bank statements and I forward the bank statements and I say, hey, yeah, man, the money came out, wasn't credited back to me. Um, and then she did a look, she looked deeper and she said, but who is this company? This is not our company. I look and I'm like, oh, I sent the money to the wrong person twice. Sent my rent to the wrong person twice. And
Oh,
yeah, that's how she didn't get it. I was like, yo, if this validates my idea. If I was paying on a platform like this where I could even set up my auto pay, because that's one of the features with Rentilio. You can set it and leave it so it pays your rent automatically every month like a subscription. Imagine having a rent like a subscription. Certain mistakes or errors that you wouldn't necessarily run into. So those are some of the benefits and the solidifying Rentilio as an idea as well.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've had the same issue before, having to send screenshots of the bank transfer and the paying with that, and sometimes forgetting and you already transferred it and all that stuff. I'm guessing you guys can do like maintenance requests. Can renters do like maintenance requests on the platform as well?
Yeah, man. So if you have your pipe leaking or some issue with the AC, you can take a picture, go on the app, because the app will be launching soon too. You can go on the app, create a maintenance request, take a picture, take a video or something. If a roof is leaking, you can do the same. And then that would create a ticket to the landlord so they know we can track that and assign somebody from the maintenance hub to come and fix that. You can see all that progress
Mm-hmm.
uh, right on your mobile phone.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good stuff. Um, yeah, thanks guys for coming out. It was a good meeting. As I said, just listen out. We'll be posting more info once I put out the YouTube video for this. All the info is gonna be in the description, and we're gonna put out the info in the group, WhatsApp group, and social media pages as well. So just watch out for that. So yeah, thanks guys for coming, and hope you guys sign up for these exciting courses. All right, thank you guys. Bye. Night.
Previous.